Welcome to Plant 365. Today we will talk about propagating figs. You need to hear this if you're a gardening enthusiast. There's something deeply satisfying about growing your own food. It connects you to the earth and the rhythms of nature. Figs are no exception. These ancient fruits are a delight to grow and even more delightful to eat. Propagation. The art of creating new plants from existing ones might sound daunting, but it's easier than you think. With a little patience and care, you can soon have a whole orchard of fig trees, all from your very own garden. Propagation offers a way to multiply your favorite plants. It's a cost-effective method to increase your stock. You can even share the gift of gardening with friends and family. Pass along cuttings or young plants, spreading the love for these delicious fruits. Propagating figs is an adventure. It's about understanding the plant's natural ability to regenerate. By harnessing this power, you become a partner in the fig tree's life cycle. Stem cuttings are a fantastic way to start your fig propagation journey. This method involves taking a section of a healthy fig stem and encouraging it to develop roots. The best time to take stem cuttings is during the dormant season, ideally in late fall or winter when the fig tree is resting. The first step is to select a healthy stem, around the thickness of a pencil. Using a sharp, clean knife or pair of secateurs, make a cut just below a leaf node. This is the slightly swollen area where the leaf joins the stem. Remove any leaves from the lower half of the cutting, as these can rot in the soil. Dipping the cut end of the stem in rooting hormone is optional, but can encourage faster root development. You can then plant the cutting in a pot filled with a well-draining potting mix or directly into the ground. Make sure to keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged. With patience and proper care, your fig cutting should develop roots within a few weeks. You'll know it's taken root when you see new growth at the top of the cutting. Once the roots are well established, you can transplant your new fig tree to its permanent location. Ground layering is another effective method for propagating figs, particularly suited for flexible, low-growing branches. This technique takes advantage of the plant's natural ability to form roots along a stem that's in contact with the soil. Early spring is the ideal time for ground layering, just as the fig tree is coming out of dormancy. Choose a healthy branch that's long enough to reach the ground. Gently scrape away a small section of the bark on the underside of the branch, about 6 to 8 inches from the tip. Bend the branch down and bury the wounded section in a shallow trench in the ground. Use a brick or a rock to hold the branch securely in place. Keep the soil around the buried section consistently moist. Over time, the wounded area will develop roots. This process usually takes several weeks to a couple of months. Once you see new growth emerging from the layered branch, you can sever it from the parent plant and carefully transplant it to its new home. Section 4. Air layering, taking to the skies. Air layering offers a fascinating way to propagate figs, encouraging root development above ground. This method is especially useful for trees with branches that are too high or stiff for ground layering. Early spring is the best time for air layering, coinciding with the tree's active growth period. Select a healthy branch that's at least a year old. Make a 1-inch upward cut about 12 to 18 inches from the branch tip. Wrap the wounded area with moist sphagnum moss or a similar rooting medium. Secure the moss in place with plastic wrap, creating a snug, moisture-retaining environment around the wound. Check the moss regularly to ensure it remains moist. Within a few weeks, you should start to see roots developing through the moss. Once the roots have filled the moss, carefully cut the branch below the rooted section and pot up your new fig plant. Section 5. Final tips for fig fanatics. While stem cuttings, ground layering and air layering are popular methods for propagating figs, there are other techniques you can explore, such as grafting and tissue culture. These methods might require more specialized knowledge and tools, but they offer exciting possibilities for expanding your fig-growing horizons. No matter which method you choose, remember that patience is key. Don't be discouraged if your first attempts don't yield instant results. Keep experimenting, observing, and learning from your experiences. Growing figs is a rewarding journey. It's about connecting with nature, nurturing new life, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. So embrace the world of fig propagation and discover the joy of growing your own fig trees. Happy gardening!